What's up, shifters? No shifters, soon to be shifters. Don't know shift. Ha. Today is a warm, beautiful day, and we're gonna be just driving in regular traffic. Nothing too crazy. This video is pretty much gonna demonstrate how to transition through gears. If you're new here, please subscribe, hit the bell so you can get notified on new uploads. Yeah. I'm gonna leave the car on normal mode. Let me just double check that the exhaust is on normal. Could have some volume. I'll leave it on normal. Get ready to get up out of here. So the main issue that I have with first driving or learning how to drive a manual transmission is that I didn't know the little things that you can do to make it a lot easier. I was just told to find the biting point, give it gas, let off the clutch. And once I've driven the car more, or cars, and actually learned how they worked and operate, it made it a whole lot easier for me. I always tell people who's trying to learn to drive a manual transmission to perfect the biting point. Know where your biting point is. That'll make it a whole lot easier for you when you drive. So that was just a rev match to second. Your biting point is the main focus. And knowing exactly how much throttle to give the car to make it go. At the end of the day, it always just depends on you and what you find more comfortable. Me, I learned the way to be comfortable and also save wear and tear on the car. There's a lot of people out there that know how to drive a manual transmission, but not in the best way. Not saying that I'm the best, I'm the most knowledgeable. But from my replacement parts and me having to, go out of my way to replace parts due to wear and tear, really only did that. I can still count on one hand how many times I actually replaced major parts as far as the drivetrain. So right now we're in fourth, just cruising, nothing too crazy. I like to keep it at a nice medium. For me, I have very long gears, so fourth gears is pretty decent. Your car will pretty much tell you when you're in too much of a high gear at a low speed. You'll be able to have a connection with the car once you, not gonna say completely master, once you get a better hang of your clutch, your transmission, and your throttle. I didn't know the small little details that you can put into play while driving to make it more easier. For example, putting it in first gear, slowly letting off the clutch to get the car rolling. I had no clue about that. I had to learn that stuff. Okay, light just turned green. Clutch in, first gear. Slowly let off clutch, give it gas. Now we're off. Clutch in, second, let off clutch, give it gas. Repeat. Clutch in, third, let off clutch, give it gas. There's no drone, there's no excessive engine revving. That's pretty much the sign that you're shifting properly. There are times when you may have to ride the clutch. You may be on an unfamiliar hill. Sometimes you may ride the clutch to even stop yourself from stalling. But these are all just beginner tips. It happens. It's all a part of the learning process. We're coming up on a railroad track. Okay. Rev match to second. Apply brake. Slowly go over the railroad. In second, throttle out. And we're back to business. Not too hard. Rev match again, second. You can rev match to help you slow down the car. Depends on the situation, what it is that you want to do. You can just press the brake if you want. It's all up to you. If the opportunity comes, there's no harm, no immediate threat, I rev match to slow down, then apply the brake. Okay, approaching a speed bump. Brake, clutch all the way in. First. Clutch out to help me go over the hill. Continue. Now I'm going to second. Brake first. Release clutch. Let momentum take me over. Clutch out a little bit. Back wheels over. Same thing. First. Momentum. Back wheels. Clutch out. And right there, I really didn't even have to clutch out. The momentum was enough. Some bumps are different. All bumps aren't the same. We all know this. Now I'm going to do it from second. Momentum, clutch out, give it some gas. I typically go into first, going over speed bumps in this car because the gears are very long. And the second gear, it bogs a little bit. But this is what I'm talking about as far as you knowing your car. You have to know your car. You know, people can tell you how to drive all day long, but if you don't know the car and know its capabilities, that's the main focus. That's what you want to learn. Clutch out, throttle. Different transmissions work differently. Different cars operate differently. This is a known fact. This is something that's just normal with all cars. I would think that I would have to apply more throttle so I won't stall. Yes, that is the case, but after the vehicle is rolling, you don't have to continue to apply gas if the car is above a certain speed. Your car will not stall as long as the tires are moving. Correction. Your car will not stall as long as you're above 5 miles an hour. We're just gonna put it that way. We're gonna make that the safe spot, 5 miles an hour. Anything under that, in first gear, you're risking a stall. Any gear above first under 5 miles an hour, you're going to bog or stall. As you become a better driver, then you're gonna be comfortable with certain things that I might not be comfortable with. Maybe you like a particular strategy that I wouldn't really consider. Second, brake. See, little things, I'm just so used to driving a manual transmission. I do little things for no reason, just because. I don't even have to. Like right there, I just shift to second and I hit the brake. I could have just put in neutral and applied the brake until I came to a complete stop, but I didn't. I guess mentally I just wanted to fidget. That's what I mean. As you get comfortable and as you drive more, you're going to do certain things. All right. Second. Third. Fourth. And we're gonna skip fifth and go straight to sixth. All right, red light, neutral. Follow me. Clutch in first. Second. Third. Fourth. I generally skip fifth, but I'll go to fifth. Fifth. And when I I first started driving manual transmission is that I would always rush to shift when there's really no need to. You can take your time. There's no rush. You don't have to rush. As long as you have the clutch pushed in, you can always reset. You can just take your time. When I used to come from a red light in traffic, I would try to hurry up and shift and, be quick, but, you can just take your time. You don't have to worry about people behind you, impatient people. They'll go around. This is a perfect example. Once the light turns green, I would rush to try to keep up with traffic. I wouldn't take my time. My shifts will be a little jumpy. In some cases, for some people, you may even forget what gear that you're in. And just out of just being frantic, you would just shift anyway. As long as your foot is on this clutch, fully pressed all the way down, you're technically in neutral. So I can shift to fourth, second, third. Can I get in first? Yep, I can even get in first. 43 miles an hour. If I don't release the clutch, it's not gonna go into gear. So there's no rush. Back to fourth, back to fifth. Let off clutch. Let's go. Another thing that people do is they get kind of confused when they're coming to a stopper or coming to a slower pace. If anything, to just avoid stalling when slowing down, you can just go to neutral and apply the brake until you come to a complete stop. As you guys continue to drive, you will start to do particular things in your own way to make it more comfortable and easier for you, and also without even realizing it. Just like how I didn't even realize I went to second, and then I think I changed like 2 gears before I even came to a complete stop, and then went to first. I can't even remember. So for now, newer drivers, I suggest that you highly focus on your biting point to make your transitions and your driving more smoother. It's a process, and this can take some time. It's not something that you can just learn overnight. Pretty much concludes the introduction to manual transmission. More videos coming up. Like, comment, subscribe. See you on the street.